Hey folks, this is Vint with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Deep Among the Swarm. This is a game that's coming to Steam on September 25th, 2024. I'm recording this about 10 days prior, so everything that you're about to see is subject to change. So if I had to describe this game or compare it, I'd say it's kind of like Mindustry, but without like the conveyor belts and like the need for logistics. And it's also a little bit like Infested Planet in the sense that it's squad based to some degree. You can train troops, move them around. This is a roguelite. So as you play runs, you'll be able to use knowledge that you gain to upgrade several features of your drill and your squad and barracks, factories. There's like 4 separate windows that you can pull up at the like main menu before a run starts and just upgrade things with that knowledge. And there's easy difficulty and there's normal difficulty. Easy just puts like the knowledge gain at the like 75%, but it's still fairly rough. Like I'm about 6 or 7 levels in on the one run, and it's really challenging. So what does the run entail? Well, you've got this drill that is going down into the planet, and it keeps running out of fuel. And every time it runs out of fuel, you have to get out and find something called radium to refill it. Now, once you find enough radium, you'll click on the begin fueling button, and then waves of enemies will start just swarming you, and you've got to survive until you are finished fueling. But in the meantime, while you're looking for that radium, enemies will spawn every now and again. There's an ever increasing threat. So at first the enemy won't know you're there, but then over time their awareness will be cautious or aggressive or whatever. It just keeps going up. So kind of like in Risk of Rain. So you're going to be creating like energy chains so that, you know, your network can expand. You're going to put down mines on like coal deposits for energy. Then you've got, I believe it was copper deposits for like materials. You've got another blue resource I don't remember the name of. It's also for like special, like more powerful things, more powerful turrets, that kind of thing. And you've also got a population cap. So instead of putting like power plants on coal, you can put these like housing centers or something on coal. I don't know how that works. Maybe it powers housing, I don't know. But it increases your population cap so you can spawn more people. But what's cool about this is that whenever you beat a level, you'll go back to your drill for temporary upgrades for that run, kind of like in any other roguelike. Here you're going to be earning like these engineering gear wheel things. I don't remember the name of it. They're like parts. But you're going to be spending these parts to craft various things that you want. So you can spend like 5 parts to craft a random piece of anything. There's equipment and there's support items. Equipment is like slots for the main thing, like weapons and armor, whereas the others are like modifiers. So you can modify equipment. So just to sort of like put this in perspective, like you might have 2 different militia troops that you can train, but in between, you can actually customize what weapons they have, what armor they have, what support items they have, but it also changes their cost. And you have to be careful because the more powerful support items or armor or weapon items might have that rare resource. You can't train them right away. You have to first find that blue resource in the environment and then train them. So always keep one troop available that you can train from the beginning. It's super helpful. In addition to that, you can use these purple core things to upgrade your barracks or other aspects of your drill. So there's a lot of upgrading, there's a lot of customizing, and you can put shotguns on the militia, rifles, snipers, and then modify them. I love that. That's really cool. And there's rarity to these things too. But once you run out of gears, you have nothing else really to upgrade. So you say, okay, I'm ready. So your drill goes down further, it runs out of gas, and now you're back at another randomly generated map. I believe they're randomly generated. And again, the search for radium continues. You have to find so much radium. The more radium that you find over what you need, I believe it just gives you more points Possibly more knowledge. I'm not sure how that all works yet. I only meant to play this game for like 4 or 5. Well, I meant to play it for like an hour or two, but then it was like, oh crap, I've been playing for 4 or 5 hours and I don't want to stop. I'm on the same run still. I'm like 700 some meters deep, 5 or 6 maps into the first single run that I've got. It is really hard. I have to put turrets everywhere just to keep back everything. But I love like the supply chains. There are like little rips that enemies will spawn out of, and you cannot destroy them. So you can. What I do is I put a wall of turrets by them and some barricades and some spike traps, and sort of hold them back that way. Otherwise, they will just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. So you really have to manage all sides. And it's great when the game gives you a base that is sort of in the corner with not too many like ways in. But some maps it throws you in the middle and there's like 4 different pathways to your base. So trying to protect all 4 sides is really difficult sometimes. So you're going to get some good maps, you're going to get some bad maps, but the reason this is timed, again, the longer you take, the more difficult that map becomes, the more the enemies that come at you. So you have to send your troops out to find that radium. And sometimes you'll find a deposit that you can put a mine on, and that's great when you do. Most of the time you have to shoot radium deposits with your troops in order to get them. But you can also find, like, again, there's hives that you can destroy, and that gives you a special rare resource that you can upgrade your drills with. You'll get knowledge, too, by finding enemy spawners and destroying those. I love this game. It's got that Mindustry vibe with the graphics, but without the conveyor belts, and it's got that infested planet. I love the infested planet. I love the different enemies and the mutations, and I love the squad in that game. This is cool. I really like this game. It's an easy recommend for me. I'm having a great time with it. It is a bit daunting. I will say it's a bit daunting at first because I didn't know really what I was doing until like 2 or 3 maps into the same run. I'm like, okay, this is the best way to do this. One complaint I have is that sometimes it's difficult, like in a map, when I'm hovering over my troop, I want to see what their damage is compared to the other ones. Like I want to see the loadout of that troop type. I can see it when I'm building it in between, but I can't see it in the menu if I hover over it. Like the tooltip isn't detailed enough. I don't know if I'm missing a keystroke somewhere. Maybe it does say that and I just don't know where to find it. But yeah, it's a great game. Check it out. Again, it'll be out on September 25th, 2024. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. Catch y'all next time. Take care.